Alabama's 13 News.
2 people are dead and several others wounded after a shooting at a bar. We'll tell you about more of the investigation out of Montgomery. Plus, we'll have a follow-up on a train derailment out of Tuscaloosa from this weekend. And shopping local seems to have been a trend this holiday season. More on the small business success in the area. Today in Alabama starts right now.
This is Alabama's 13 Today in Alabama.
Good Sunday morning to you. Welcome to Alabama's 13 Today in Alabama. I'm Kalisha Whitman, keeping the seat warm for Ashley Roberts this weekend. We're streaming this newscast right now on alabamas13.com. We're going to get to your headlines in just a moment, but first let's take a look at traffic and weather, those conditions right now. Let's start with meteorologist Stephanie Walker. Good morning again, Stephanie. You know, I kind of felt like Orphan Annie. You know, the sun will come out tomorrow, but I'm not willing to bet my bottom dollar on that, Stephanie.
Well, we may see a little bit later today. It's going to take a while, though. Kalisha?
All right, thanks, Steph. Sounds pretty good. And as far as your traffic conditions go this morning, nothing to report and nothing major. So just make sure if you decide to get out on the roadways that you just are cautious and a friendly driver this morning as you meet other people traveling. Our top story this morning is out of Montgomery. Montgomery police are investigating the killings of 2 people, including a well-known rapper, and a shooting that also wounded 6 others. It happened about 1 Saturday morning at a bar on Highland Avenue in Montgomery. Police identified the people who were killed as 21-year-old Kimbrell Johnson and 22-year-old Glenn Thomas of Montgomery. Thomas is also known as rapper Doe B and was an up-and-coming young artist. Officers found 6 others with gunshot wounds. All were taken to local hospitals for treatment and were listed in stable condition. No arrests so far. Now to an Alabama's 13 follow-up. 2 teens have been arrested in connection with a double shooting in Tuscaloosa Friday. That happened in the afternoon and it left 1 man dead. 19-year-old Joshua Hall and 18-year-old Tevin Hall were taken into custody by homicide investigators last night after allegedly opening fire into a crowd. It happened in the 2900 block of Ash Street about 2 in the afternoon. That shooting killed 24-year-old Johnny Sledge and wounded a 20-year-old man. Both suspects have been charged with 1 count of murder and 2 counts of attempted murder. Deputies say the shooting stemmed from an ongoing dispute between 2 groups of people. The surviving victim was taken to the hospital where he was treated and released. Also out of Tuscaloosa this morning, authorities say at least 11 cars of a Norfolk Southern train derailed Friday night while pulling away from a train yard in Tuscaloosa. The train was headed to Birmingham when it derailed around 6 o'clock. For a few hours, it blocked a downtown intersection. No injuries were reported. Authorities say the cars were mostly empty, though some were carrying coiled steel. Some tankers were involved in the derailment, but they were empty, so not seriously damaged there. Crews used heavy equipment as they worked under floodlights to clear that scene. In Birmingham, an update on an apartment fire that left dozens without a home. Birmingham police say they have a suspect in custody for an arson fire at an apartment building on Christmas Eve. Charges are pending against the unidentified 19-year-old who is from Fairfield. He's being held in the Jefferson County Jail. Police say the suspect was involved in a case of domestic violence with someone at the apartments. Authorities said previously that a possible suspect was identified near the apartments watching the blaze as firefighters put it out. The American Red Cross says at least 40 people were displaced by that fire. Turning to some good news now, the local shopping boom. The Shop Local campaign has proven to be a success for small businesses in Homewood. Here are the key facts for you this morning. Because there were shorter shopping days from Thanksgiving to Christmas, some small business owners say that sales were sluggish. But as the time got closer to Christmas, sales picked up drastically. Fred Davenport has more on this season's local shopping success. And that was Fred Davenport reporting. In addition to Homewood, Chilton County has a similar campaign going on. The Chamber of Commerce there encourages residents to shop home for the holidays. And to learn about more Shop Local campaigns, all you need to do is log on to alabamas13.com. Just check out our website. We've made it convenient for you. The giving season continues, and you can help give the most important gift of all this holiday season, the gift of life. Join us at Birmingham's biggest blood drive. It's going on today at the Wintfree Hotel, and that's at the River Chase Galleria in Hoover. It's from noon until 6. Birmingham's biggest blood drive is sponsored by Alabama's 13, the Birmingham chapter of the American Red Cross, and America's First Federal Credit Union. We hope to see you there. Still ahead, if you thought allergies were only in the spring, think again. We'll share some tips from allergists on how to fight those winter allergies next. Plus, music, good food for the soul, and apparently good for battling obesity. We'll tell you about a new campaign for fighting childhood obesity.